I've been looking forward to communicating with you, my cherished child. Heaven has chronicled every action you've taken, and because you didn't ignore the most recent message, you're about to enjoy an experience that will blow your mind. The reason you were asked to open this is sacred. Archangel Michael has been commanded to personally give this divine affirmation to you today, when the winds of heaven resume their activity. I beseech you not to leave before we proceed. Do not ignore the events that are unfolding. Please subscribe immediately, not for my gain, but for your own spiritual well-being and to stay in sync with the upcoming messages. If you do not attend the next event, you risk missing out on the moment when your life is set to change forever. Please pay close attention, since this is the most important communication you've yet to receive. My child, my treasured, when you last listened, obeyed, and opened that message with trembling confidence, you opened a spiritual gate. Heaven has now approved something that others were never meant to witness, since you did not ignore it. The angels began creating something remarkable only for you the moment you chose not to ignore the whisper, and your name has been inscribed on a miracle. This is not negligible. This is not a symbol. This is genuine. Your destiny has been redirected in a way that will confuse people around you. Furthermore, they will ask, how did it happen so quickly? How did everything suddenly flip in their favor? However, I, Archangel Michael, believe that this was a heavenly outcome of spiritual obedience. You did not miss, and as a result, heaven will not ignore you. My child, my dear, I see the path you've taken, the silence with which you mourned at night, and the heaviness in your chest that awoke in the morning. I understand that you had questions about your worth, but you remained convinced that something more important was watching your actions. I'd like to confirm that there was something more substantial. It remains thus. You were not in vain for carrying that sorrow. The peaceful prayer you offered was not ignored. A time frame has recently been altered in your favor. Indeed, you are now entering an opportune season in which previously postponed occurrences will hurry towards you. What's the rationale? You opened the door when it was feasible to ignore it. Despite the doubts of others, you remained steadfast in your conviction. And now, my dearest, the compensation is no longer being prepared, but is being released. My beloved, my kid, listen deeply. You are not overlooked. You're not trailing. In actuality, you are precisely on time for occurrences that were ordained by the divine world years before. There was a discussion about you earlier today in the heavenly tribunals. Your name was pronounced as a declaration rather than a supplication. It's now time. This is the statement they made. It is vital to reveal what has been concealed. It is time to honor the individual who has remained loyal. My dear, that person is you. This moment, right now, was divinely arranged to connect with you in your solitude and motivate you to action. This is not just a message, it's a divine transaction. As you read on, walls are crumbling, layers are being lifted, and spiritual opposition is being overcome. The enemy tried every effort to keep you from witnessing this, my beloved child. Distractions, delays, confusion, and abrupt chaos were evident. However, this alone provided as proof of the message's effectiveness. When a light of this size is ready to be turned on, the darker forces emerge in despair. Archangel Michael announces, I have been instructed to protect your upcoming season. Your name is etched in gold. Your voice has the ability to impact others. And as a result of your prior actions, yes, that single act of obedience, you have set off an irreversible flood. What God has signed for you cannot be reversed, regardless of how people try to dispute or talk against it. Heaven is not ambivalent. It delivers after receiving approval. You are now in the process of receiving a wonderful delivery. The reality is, my beloved child, you were never left behind. The delays you experienced were never intended as punishment. Rather, they were precautions. You were shielded from an occurrence that could have prematurely shattered your spirit. The lid is being removed at the proper time. Some people will turn around abruptly to see you soaring, bewildered as to how you outperformed them. They will say, "Wasn't this the same person who struggled during the previous season? Had they not been forgotten?" However, heaven will react with a louder voice than theirs. They weren't overlooked. They were prepping. Additionally, they are currently obtaining their crowns. My beloved, your crown is not made of gold or silver. It is a symbol of divine favor. A light is growing above you, attracting objects you weren't aware of. This is the result of the combination of coordination and obedience. This is the moment you enter the sacred junction. Heaven is watching, my kid, my treasured, to decide your next steps. This message functions as a gateway. It will not be operational indefinitely. I must be open with you, not to put pressure on you, but to protect you. If you depart at this point, the schedule will require additional time to be realigned. If you procrastinate, the item intended for you may be transferred to another person who is willing to receive it. I am not present to cause dread in you. Rather, I am here to increase your consciousness. The divine realm has already begun its march. The benediction envelope has already been signed. However, the delivery cannot be completed without your trust. Trust is not just an issue of conviction. Irrational reasoning claims that, despite my inability to envision the complete path, I will proceed. If you act immediately, you won't miss out on the miracle. What is about to be placed in your hands is making the air quiver, my kid, my beloved. Only a few souls can hear the Spirit's vibration. You're one of them. Currently, the noise is becoming more intense. It's the sound of heavenly reversal. Supplies will be distributed in places where there was a scarcity. Divine alignment will take place in the same location where there was sorrow. If you betray someone, you will be held accountable. There will be a surge in the areas where there was a delay. Not because you coerced them, but because you kept an open mind. There is no silence from God. He is simply strategic. Today, He has assigned me, Archangel Michael, to whisper a strategy into your consciousness. Be prepared. Please continue listening. Maintain your proximity, because the upcoming occasion is too sacred to miss. And what is leaving your life is not a loss, it is a cleansing. I'd like to tell you a secret that no one else knows, my cherished child. Your case has been discussed at a private meeting in the spiritual realm. Certainly, your name was publicized, not as a result of your transgression, but because you survived. The suffering that attempted to silence you has now become evidence of your spiritual maturity. Every tear was offered as a sacrifice. Every silent fight was documented. In addition, you are slated for a divine release. However, it is veiled under the guise of a choice. Will you give in to the tug of your soul? Alternatively, will you let nervousness keep you from seizing this opportunity? Beloved, the holy does not necessarily appear in the form of thunderous sounds. It occasionally presents as a subtle disturbance, the kind that needs to be felt rather than heard. The message in question is that tap. Don't overlook it. Don't overlook it. Your future is extending an invitation to the present. I must inform you of an urgent situation, my kid and darling. A close relative is about to shift their status in your life. They will either elevate or remove you. Furthermore, heaven is responsible for this development. It is not yours. There is no need to be discouraged if someone unexpectedly withdraws. If a loved one chooses to take a different path, resist the need to cry. You are not penalized. Rather, you are being protected. You are being aligned, not abandoned. Certain relationships were never meant to last throughout your miraculous season. They would have tainted the substance that God is about to put in your hands. If they stray, let them go. Allow them to depart if they wish, because divine replacement is located on the opposite side of obedience. There will be a greater gain for each loss. Every farewell will bring a fresh hello, this time from God Himself. Something huge is already on its way to you, my beloved and offspring. It is no longer under preparation. It's presently in transit. The surprise phone call, divine encounter, letter, opportunity, and benefit that you were not expecting are already halfway there. And it is coming not because you pleaded for it, but because you aligned with it via trust. The vast majority of people are ignorant that heaven responds to trust, not distress. Your faith has also had a spiritual resonance. Your readiness is already being met by what you are unable to see. It is no accident that you are reading this today. This is more than just another message. It's a supernatural precaution. A location where your former chronology ends and your new one begins. Your existence will be unrecognizable after 30 days if you keep holding on, moving forward, and remaining open. My beloved, my child, the angels have already intervened on your behalf. I am their leader. My name is Archangel Michael, and I've been instructed to clear a route for you. The barriers are being erased. The adversaries are rendered inaudible. The betrayals are being revealed. God was aware of all of them, even those you were oblivious of. And now He has completely restored your happiness. However, this isn't just about you. Your obedience will bring blessings to those you have yet to meet. Your decision to have faith in this moment will break generational curses. Your future offspring can be seen laughing freely. I notice a peaceful vibe flowing from your home. I see people pulling toward you not because you are perfect, but because you have been chosen. You have the authority to speak successfully because you have undergone a great deal of sorrow. It's time to walk with authority. As the sun sets tonight, my child, I want you to remember something no one else has ever told you. God has not only forgiven you, but also favored you. There's a distinction. For the chosen few, forgiveness is only the beginning, contrary to popular opinion. Mercy isn't the only thing that awaiting you. It is a process of restoration. Furthermore, it is not symbolic or partial, but rather plentiful and overwhelming. This type of restoration, which causes even your detractors to sigh, must be the work of God. Heaven keeps track of how many times you chose not to retaliate. There is a record of the evenings when you kept a gentle disposition while others got chilly. The tenderness, tolerance, and refusal to emulate those who had harmed you were all important. The reward for this has now matured in the spirit. The delivery notice is included in this mail. Heaven will not overlook you because you did not bypass. My child, my dear, you have been trying to understand the reasons for the change in your life's pace, the sense of emptiness that has replaced the enthusiasm that once electrified you, and the fact that certain connections now feel like echoes rather than songs. I'll explain why. You're no longer the same person. You've grown, changed, and broadened. Furthermore, Your spirit is currently rejecting anything that does not match your new frequency. There is no reason to bemoan the past. The old self must be let go in order to make room for the anointed version. Currently, someone is watching you, trying to figure out how you were able to survive all of the difficulties without being hurt. And what they don't realize is that heaven was present during each silent breakdown and calm repair. They are about to see your public award. The heavenly hand will make unstoppable moves, favor will climb, and doors will open. Furthermore, you are not needed to explain how. They are going to be aware of this. It was God. Furthermore, it was always supposed to happen at this exact moment. This moment is critical for my child, my treasured, because it is so essential. Not only spiritually, but physically. Someone will be unable to resist the guidance that will benefit you for the following 72 hours. It may appear strange. It may happen during a late-night phone call. It could materialize as an unexpected opportunity that appears too good to be true. Refuse to reject this. Heaven requires your affirmative answer, not your explanation. You have desired miracles, but they rarely emerge as comfort zones. They often appear risky under the pretext of compliance. If it stirs your spirit yet frightens your mind, it is your cue. You can enter it via walking, because beneath that apprehension sits an unlocked vault containing everything bearing your name: blessings, ideas, funds, favor, relationships, platforms, and protection. Furthermore, it will proceed without delay. It will begin instantly once you respond. I was just given a vision that I feel compelled to share with you, my child. Your complete name was written in heaven's script on white paper with gold edges. It was a miraculous check. The quantity was substantial. Reversing your debt, blessing others, and funding your long-held goals were all within reach. Nonetheless, the check was secured in a vault due to obedience. God protects what is sacred not because he is testing you. The attacker made 3 efforts to intercept it. I tried to ascribe confusion to your path. I attempted to bring people into your life who would squander your goodwill before you ever received it. Nonetheless, the assignment was unsuccessful. Currently, the review is being sent. The only requirement is that you avoid from discussing it prematurely. In the realm of distraction, divine riches is frequently stolen. Therefore, exercise caution when speaking. Maintain secrecy. Allow your future to say what your mouth isn't supposed to. A shocking incident is about to occur for my child, my cherished. Nonetheless, there is no need to be concerned. It will occur as an unexpected change, similar to a door closing without warning. However, you have failed to notice that the window on the other side of the closed door is much larger than the thing you were clutching to. Do not pursue this person, plan, location, or whatever comes next. Abandon it with dignity. 3 fresh benefits are about to enter while 1 item departs. You are not being penalized. You're currently being positioned. God isn't eliminating you to do you harm. He is leaving to pay tribute to you. Your faith has outgrown the spaces you have occupied. Some people in your community were meant to be part of the wilderness, not the promised land. Attempting to attract them into the next season will only hamper the progress that heaven is attempting to make. Let it go. Confidence. The future looks hopeful. I assure you of this. Do you recall the night you almost gave up, my kid, my beloved?